Hello, my fellow Somas. It's Fi. I'm coming to you cranky today. It's a hot day. Again, it is July now. It makes sense that it would be hot. But for whatever reason, it's been that kind of a weekend where I just don't wanna. I just don't wanna. So today's workout is going to be a nice, chill, lying down, slow Pilates, don't wanna workout. So join me, if you will, and just lie the fuck down. Stretch a leg out. Watch your glasses if you put them behind you. Stretch your arms above your head. Feel your body relax. Oh, down onto the floor, the mat, the towel, the whatever you've got underneath of you. Stretch your other leg out. Reach your fingertips away. Shrug your shoulders up. Now drop your shoulders down and reach your top of your head past your fingertips that are still reaching. And while that's happening, let's point your toes. And then let's reach your heels. And then let's roll through the feet and reach your toes. Stretch them wide and far away. And then reach your heels nice and long and away. So that when your heels are reaching, it's like it's the whole back from your sits bones to your heels. Roll through the foot. Point the toes. Stretch the toes wide and open. They're shining a world through. Suddenly I'm flashing on Beauty and the Beast magical transformation. At the end, his toes, they go wide to point lights in all directions. Do that one last time, reaching the heels through. Reach your fingertips up, but keep your shoulders down. So it's like your fingertips are going to pull your ribs up and away from your hips, and then you're going to point to the balls of your feet, then roll through your toes, point your toes, and your toes are going to open up your hip bones. And then relax that down. Draw your arms down beside your body in as chill and relaxed and whatever comfortable way as floats your boat. And then I want you to gently press down through your heel. See if you can feel the back of your whole right leg, especially right up towards your butt, your glute, in your hamstring, activating just a little bit. Get your fingers into that low abdominal, so find your hip bones, come in an inch or two, well, probably about an inch. Poke a little bit. I want those babies waking up. While you're doing that, you're going to slowly draw your left heel towards your left butt. Can you keep your right hip on the mat? Right leg doesn't move. Weight doesn't shift to the side. Just keep drawing your heel in towards your butt. Plant your foot. Good times were had. Now we're going to do the same thing. Belly still engaged. If you need to, poke your belly to go, hey, belly, wake up. Press into your left heel a little bit. Get it to activate down into that glute. And then you're going to pull your right heel in towards your right glute, keeping your belly engaged, keeping your weight stable from side to side, and hopefully your pelvis was nice and stable too, and it didn't do some back and forth and rocking things. But if it did, it's okay, because now we're going to do that deliberately. If you remember from last time, if you happen to watch it, you take the heels of the hands onto your hip bones, fingertips to your pubic bone. You're not going to get that kind of fun out of this workout, because this is a grouchy, slow Pilates, not the funny good times of the other nature. So with that, notice as you start this, are your fingertips or the heels of your hands closer to the ceiling? If you're wondering, how the hell do I know that? Just what do you think it is? Ask your body and go, hey body, which is higher, fingertips or heels of hands? And your body will tell you, because your body's got smarts that our brains don't listen to. So with that, see if you can keep your ribs just where they are. I want you to tilt your fingertips towards the ceiling by moving your pelvis. So your fingertips don't move. They move because the pelvis moves. And then you're going to rock the other way, and you're going to take your sit bones down to the mat. You're taking your pubic bone and your happy places down towards the mat, which is going to lift your hip bones up towards the ceiling along with the heels of your hands. Inhale, find that low abdominal, maybe a little bit in the back of the glute, trying to pull your pelvis the other way. And then as you exhale, we're going to go the other way, dropping the sit bones, letting the hip bones rise, keeping those lower ribs nice and grounded into the mat. Inhale, tilt again. Imagine that somebody has a towel underneath of your bum and they are pulling it out, like pulling the tablecloth out from under the glasses. Well, they're pulling that towel or tablecloth out from under your bum, and it is pulling, because we're not that good at it, your bum with it, so that there's a sliding away from you feeling. And then as you exhale, you're going to gently allow that to not necessarily come back into you, but drop down towards the floor. Just getting 2 more times some nice Gentle, small movement in the pelvis. So small that you may be going, am I doing anything? It is better to be small and deep and accurate and engaged with the muscles right down here. Oh my God, if you're born with, female reproductive organs, then you have suffered, and you're, went through menarche, then you have suffered the, oh my gods, probably of menstrual pain down there. That's what I'm talking for, low abdominal. Sorry for those of you without those organs and have never had that experience. Just know that it's low. All right. Now, if you've taken your hands off like I had, bring them back on. Heels of the hands to your hip bones, fingertips to your pelvic bone. And then just notice, are you in a different type of relation to the floor than you were when you started? It's okay if it's not. It's okay if it is. It's just about bringing attention and awareness into your body and where you are in space. All right. Now, if you can have that sense of levelness in your pelvis, that would be great. We want to have, not that we're lifting our low back off the mat. If you were watching that was very uncomfortable. We don't want to do that. But I do want you to have a sense that there could be a breath, a space, an uplifting, if you will. No, we don't want to lift. Lifting is the wrong word. Just space. Just a sense of perhaps not as weighted in the upper part of your pelvis as you are in the bottom part. That's just it. See if you can invite that. Meanwhile, take your hip bones. Imagine that you've got laces crossed them, like the laces on a running shoe or on a corset. Depends on how you want to go with that. And you're going to pull them tight. So those hip bones are trying to pull towards each other. Get that deep and going. Plant your left heel into the mat a little bit. Activate the back of the glute. And as you inhale, you're going to unweight your right heel and lift your knee up towards the ceiling, and then exhale down. We're going to stay on this side, and we're going to do a couple on this side. So keep that engagement on your left as your right goes up. Exhale and come down. Can you keep your pelvis from going from right to left to right to left? Inhale as you lift up. Keep weight in the left side of your pelvis. Keep those bottom ribs down. Relax your shoulders down into the mat. Let your neck be relaxed. One more time. Inhale. We're going to lift the leg up, keeping it in the belly. Can you relax the front of your right leg? Get that quad to just chill the fuck out. It does not need to be engaged. All right. We're going to put it down, but keep the engagement. Let go of the left heel, left hamstring, and bring instead attention to those laces that are going from your right hip to left hip to right hip, crisscrossing. You're going to make sure that they're nice and pulled in, strong, tight, getting that nice feeling. You may notice that if your fingertips were in there, that there's a little something going on. Yep, you want that going on. You're going to connect your right heel, maybe even the right ball of your foot, down into the mat, activating into your upper hamstring, your lower glute. Inhale, unweight your left heel and let your left knee drift towards the ceiling. Exhale and come down. On this next one, imagine there's a balloon underneath of that left knee. As you inhale, the balloon is going to help lift the knee up while the top of the leg drops down into the pelvis, which is staying steady because those crisscross ties are doing nice heavy work. Inhale, lifting up, right heel is still connected, right ball of foot, ribs are down, shoulders are relaxed into the mat if they can be, letting your neck be relaxed. Exhaling, coming down. One more time. Inhale, lifting up, letting that knee and the leg be as relaxed as you can, keeping your core deep engaged. Exhale, coming down. Awesome job. Whew. See? Slow, grumpy Pilates. Because I don't know about you, I still don't feel like doing it, but I'm doing it because I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it for my friends, and I'm doing it for anyone else who wants to show up and get a little bit of healthiness into their day and still not move a whole heck of a lot because I don't want to today. And it is okay to have days where you don't want to. All right, so take your hands, you're going to interlace the fingers, you're going to bring them in behind the head so they make a basket for your head. That's right. And Trisket? Something. I don't know. That's an old ad even for me, and I used to be old. Okay, you'll notice if you're looking that my elbows are kind of pointed towards the ceiling. I'm not dropped open wide, and I'm not crushing my face with my arms. In fact, my elbows are over, think of it as the farthest out point of my shoulders while still actually being above them. And I hope that the sound is working okay, because something's weird going on around my neck. Maybe it's just the pendant I'm wearing. So being heavy, your head is heavy. You know, your head is like 8 pounds. Let it be 8 pounds. Let it be a bowling ball sitting in your hands. As you, let's do it on an inhale. As you inhale, you're going to start to lift your collarbones up. You know what? Let's change that to an exhale. It'll be easier, I think. So take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, lift your collarbones. Let them get there before your head gets there. Inhale, come down. Actually, nope, we're going to switch it back again. Now, if you want to, you can keep doing the exhale to come up. It is more of a challenge to inhale and come up, but it is an interesting one. So pause for a second here. Let's talk abdominal scoop. So with Pilates, we got this breathing thing we love to call the abdominal scoop, or it's not even a breathing thing, but they so often go together. Your abdominal scoop is feeling that your belly muscles down here, so going from the pubic bone, but all the muscles right above there and up, that they are pulling together, they are pulling in, and like you're scooping out a scoop of ice cream, they're going in and up. Because a scoop is like that, right? It's curvy and long. So you want that sweeping in and up feeling. Now, if you do that while you inhale, which is the preferred way of doing an abdominal scoop, you inhale and just feel that pulling in and up towards your rib cage as you do that. Now, interesting things happen when you inhale and you scoop and exhale and out. So this is very backwards to a lot of breathing techniques and a lot of breathing practices where we really want to relax the abdominals as we're breathing, especially on the in. We're trying to open everything as much as possible. The funky thing is, if you inhale with your abdominal scoop and you're keeping that engaged core wrapped around, it does limit to some degree what your diaphragm and belly are doing. Though remember, when you're breathing, your lungs only come down pretty much to, the bottom of your rib cage. It's the purpose of your rib cage. It's protecting your lungs, right? Well, when you're belly breathing, you're pulling, you're maybe moving organs and stuff down here, but your lungs aren't down in your belly. They're just not. They're up here. So that abdominal scoop is not giving as much room for things to be moved down as the lungs expand, which, when done well, can invite the rest of your rib cage to open up a little bit more. So instead of sending all of that air down, it's more like you're creating a whole bellows out of your rib cage. Like your rib cage becomes a jellyfish and you want it to open in every direction. So one more time, just with the breath, inhaling up, opening up that sense of rib cage. Could it be like an umbrella or a jellyfish? And it opens, and then exhale, gently wrapping your belly around your core in the front. Kind of like doing that whole crisscrossy corsety thing, but instead of just the low abs from the hip bones, you want the entire thing from hip bones all the way up to rib cage, everything in there pulling in. So waist cincher, not corset. All right, hands are basketed in behind. We're going to now curl our upper abdominals along with that inhale abdominal scoop. So inhale abdominal scoop and curl, lifting your collarbones up, and then exhaling, coming down. If you don't mind, I'm going to do one just without talking so I can really feel it. Yep, that's a nice feeling. Because what this is encouraging, inhale, curl up, is that you actually have to extend a little bit extra long in your upper spine. Exhale, come down, in order to get around that pulling in and up feeling you've got going in the front. So the back of you has to stretch longer. So inhale, actually take a little bit of tension to your hands, stretch your neck long so that your neck is getting longer, your collarbones are curling up in a big round circle, exhaling, coming down. So by that, you keep moving as I talk. Inhale, You don't want to just come forward and up. You actually want to see if you can stretch away from your tailbone and away from your ribs as you start to flex in your upper spine. Exhaling, coming down. You may notice that your pelvis moves. That is okay, because the top of the spine, bottom of the spine, they like to do the same things. Inhale, we're going to stretch the neck long. You keep your hands behind. I feel like I'm just trying to demonstrate. Felt like the second there I was doing layup. Buns on the head. And then inhale down. One more time, seeing if you can feel a little something going on in your upper spine. Stretching that neck. Inhaling, wrapping around your breath in your belly as you go up. Exhale, come down. Release the hands, keeping the feet where they are. Let's stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. Now, are your shoulders up by your ears? Or could we relax them down and away from the ears? How much space? How much of a gap can you get between the top of your shoulders and your ears? And then from there, add just another breath of space, maybe allowing the back of your neck to open up to give even a bit more. So the challenge for the day, keep that space while we rotate the arms in nice little circles. So inhale, your arms are going to go in the direction of the space behind you. Little tiny movement. Exhaling the arms down towards your hips. In that half circle, inhale. So really, we're doing half circles. We're drawing half moons as you come up. You're inhaling, exhaling, circling around. It's like your fingertips are trying to draw two half moons on the ceiling and the walls a little bit. Inhaling, they're coming up, but try and keep your arms feeling plugged down into your armpits. Exhale out to the side. Keep your arms contained. Now, yes, of course, I could go really big with this, but instead I want you to focus on what is happening inside of your armpit. Inhale. Yes, your hands are going that way, but you want to have this is it your humeral bone? I don't even know right now. Sure, let's call it that. Coming down into your armpit more. So we don't want the arm drifting up and away. We want it plugged in, good and solid. Let's do two more this direction. Inhaling up, exhaling out to the side. Now, keep your fingertips feeling long. This last one, I want you to see if you can move your arms from inside your armpits. That's right, inside your armpits, which is going to make it feel interesting when you go out to the side, perhaps, because there's going to be that, well, if there's nothing going on from the out in the far length of your arm, and it's all happening on the inside, it's a lot more work. This time, exhale, take your hands down in towards your knees. We're switching direction. Inhale is going to go out to the side, but again, you're moving from deep inside your armpits. And then when you get towards your ears-ish, you're going to exhale that straight line back down towards your hips. Can you sink your arms deeper into the shoulder socket? Keep them in there as you inhale, circling the arms, small circles, out to the side. Exhale as your arms go down towards your hips. Sink deeper into the arms pits, into the shoulder socket. Inhaling, we're coming up. Ooh. Exhaling, coming down. And can we make it that you're like, just, you know what? Scoop out all the tension. You know, too much tension is going on inside of the shoulders. Now, it's really more in the upper shoulders where we notice it. But as you're doing this, just think that you are scooping out, clearing out, sweeping out with that top of your arm bone inside of the socket. Last one. All of that tension. It's like, no, you got to go now. We're done with you. Passe. You are passe. And then letting your arms come back down to your side. All right. Now from here, let's do a little bit of twisting. Not a lot, just a little. So I brought my legs together. My feet are planted together. My ribs down, arms down by the side. Those nice open shoulders. So how can you widen? Maybe attach little hooks and strings to the outside of your shoulders. Pull them out to the side of the room to create even more space. Like your collarbones are yawning open. Now, your legs, alakazam, are now a mermaid's tail. A really tucked in fin at the bottom, but a mermaid's tail, which means that they have to move together. So as you inhale, let's twist towards the left. And your right foot's going to start to come off. It's the only way this works, by keeping the legs together. Keep your right shoulder down. We're just going to go over for a nice stretch. We're not doing a whole heck of a lot of working here. Keep your sacrum long, your tailbone long. Stretch it out. Keep control in the front of the abdominals. Now to come back, I want you to pull that right inside of the hip, inside that pelvis, in that low abdominal. You're going to use it and it's going to pull you back to center. You can use your palms and the back of the upper arms to help keep you steady. Inhale, maybe press a little bit into that right heel, that back line of the right body. Left foot comes up because it is glued. The whole left leg is glued to the right leg. It is going over to the side. Your palms are still down. Allow your spine to stretch. Allow it to twist. Get longer in the back of your spine. It's trying to reach out to the far wall. Yes, your ribs will lift a little bit off the mat, but not too much. Keep that belly pulling up. Remember that abdominal scoop? Scoop it up, baby. I want to scoop, baby. All right, and then inside that pelvis, low abdominals. Oh, they are going to do the work to pull you back to center. That's right. Nice and slow. Try and feel the entirety of the movement. Can you keep those legs fully together? Now, you're passing through center. Inhale. You're going to unweight that right foot, twisting down through the spine. Oh, that feels so good. Got to tell you. Abdominal scoop your belly up as you're inhaling, making sure you lengthen down the spine. Exhale. Find that wrapping around the front of your body like you've put on a waist cincher from ribs to pelvis to keep you steady. The last one. That's right. Just doing like 2 each side. Inhale. We're going to press into the right foot, right heel a little bit. We're going to keep that left shoulder down. So the left ribs are going to lift a little, but that left shoulder is solid. And maybe the right shoulder is going to give it a little bit of helping hand. You're scooping your belly up, lengthening down the tailbone. Nice stretch. Keeping your neck long, using your low abdominals. Oh, and your obliques. You're going to pull yourself back to center. Now, you can, because you've been lying here for a while, come up in these slow, really I don't want to way. Rolling off to your side, you take maybe your right foot, plant it out to the side, right hand. You'd shift your pelvis if you're like me and you don't have a lot of space, rolling over to the side, pulling yourself up. Or if you want to be wackadoodle crazy and go the Pilates way, you're going to take one knee in towards your chest. I've done my right knee, so my left hand is on my right knee. My right hand is more towards the ankle. My left leg is long. I pull in nice and tight. As I exhale, I'm going to curl, pull myself up. I clearly not make it because I am still rebuilding my strength. Oh, and the more you straighten that leg, it'll help pull you up. It's an abdominal thing and a leg thing and how our bodies are connected and stretch and lengthen, etc. Now, you'll notice I have come to sitting and I'm forward on my bench. Here, I'll move back to more of a center for you. I'm just avoiding because my bench, the machinery, the equipment transforms. It's a transformer. It transforms into a reformer. So there's actually 2 mats that come together here, and I do not want my butt to be in that. You want to have your heels and your bum at about the same level. No weird drops. So from here, you're going to try and sit up nice and tall. Now my feet are wider than shoulder width apart. They are the width of the mat. If you're on a yoga mat, they're the width of your yoga mat. Most towels, probably the width of the towel. For a bath sheet, probably the width, maybe a little wider than a towel. But you get the idea. There's some distance there. You want to get your sit bones out from underneath. Yep, we're just going to do a nice little spine stretch. So if you find that you're already here, soften those knees a little bit more. See if you can get the chest up. There are 2 things going on. Well, there's multiple things going on. But where I want you to find some, we'll call it enjoyment, is a stretch in the hamstring. If that's what you get out of this, that is awesome. But we're also going to try for some spine stretch. So the belly is lifted. I'm just feeling that. You may notice that my heels are trying to reach away. Now I'm going to reach my hands back for steadiness here, not shoving my knees down into the mat. That is not what this is. This is, no. You want to have a little bit of bubbles. coming up through the knees. The knees stay soft. Instead of trying to shove your knees down, I want you to try and slide your heels away while you try and pull your bum out from under you. Remember that towel under the bum from earlier? Someone's now pulling it behind you. Your heels are going the other way. And so your legs may straighten a little bit extra, but not because you force them to straighten, but simply because you've gotten so long that it had no other option. And then from here, let's actually keep it nice and simple. You can keep your hands down by your hips if you want that extra support and stability. If this is feeling like, oh my God, I need to be down here and I need help to get up, then do your hands down by your side. Just remember, we want to be shoulders, nice, big space, shoulders to ears. Or you can have your arms crossed if you want. You can even bring your hands behind your head. I'm going to say not on top of the legs though. That does not feel like a good choice. The full version of this is arms up, but let's not do that today. I also am kind of fond sometimes of the fingers on top of the shoulders, but I'm going to stick down here for today, pulling those sit bones back, heels going forward. Inhale, get my tailbone to drill down into the earth. The top of my head is trying to drill up into the ceiling. And then as I exhale, yes, I'm actually exhaling on the movement for a change, I'm just going to try and bend my spine forward just a little bit, but while I'm still drilling to pull it apart. Oh, that's so hard. Inhale, you come up to tall. And then exhale, it's like you're trying to, there's a big ball in front of you and you have to get up and over that ball as you go forward. It is not a big movement. Wow, that's really not a big movement. Inhaling to tall. What we're trying to encourage is that there's the nice little opening up to the spine. And yes, I could do this and I could fold forward and no, I don't want you to do that. I want you to imagine that in front of you, there is, my favorite way of hearing this described is that there is, you're at Christmas dinner or, well, really, you're at any fancy meal feast, your favorite meal. You are spending a freaky amount of money on this meal, and it is right in front of your chest, but you are in desperate need of something that is over there, and you need to reach for it. Well, you know what you're going to do? You're going to lift up, because you do not want to get your chest into that meal, so you got to lift up. And then as you exhale, you're going to reach for that thing that's in front of you, conceptually, not actually reaching. But your arms can't do all the reaching. You've got to get your body there. And then your tailbone's going to try and go just a little bit. You're not actually curling it, per se, but going down a little that way. And then, one more time. Potion says, one more time just for luck. So, tailbone down, head up, heels away, sit bones behind. Which with your sit bones trying to go behind, but your tailbone going straight down should keep you nice and grounded. And then inhale to get as long as you can. Exhale and just try to get over that fancy schmancy meal. Don't press into the hands if they're here. Not too much. You want to keep that, well, maybe actually do. Give it a little of that. See if that gives you a little sense of, oh, I can do a little bit more. I can get a little extra bend. You know, I am not going for big bend here. I am going for a very deep, authentic bend. And then inhale and come up. Whew. That is an introduction to spine stretch. I hope that that was enjoyable for you. I hope that you have a better day, as I will endeavor to have a less cranky day. I hope you have enjoyed some nice, can't call it Zen, but I can call it slow Pilates. Yeah, you know, what else can I say? It's been great. Thank you so much for being the reason that I actually got some of that stretching in. I just really needed a hamstring stretch. So thank you for what you are doing for me. Take good care of yourself. Bye, Somas.